anyone misses it. So first things first, I want to do my shout outs from last week because I was super excited to see some newbies make my top distributor list. We had Megan, Wendy, Kelsey, Kimberly, and Charlene, and Haley Westfall that rocked it out last month with enrollment, with volume. It was huge. You guys worked super, super hard. I was completely blown away. And one of the most exciting things for me every single month since I started was our triple diamond, Danielle Janisewski, that's on here tonight. When I first started, she did then and still continues to do a top list for her distributors every single month. And that was huge for me. It still is, to kind of make sure that I make that list. It's always been a goal for me. And I want to say maybe 3 times out of like 13 months that I haven't made it. You guys, it's like a dagger. So it's something I definitely have always strived for every single month. And I feel really excited when I see some of my newbies that get to make her list as well. You don't understand how big her team is. So to see a lot of my team and even my newbies make that list, it just gives me chills. It's super, like, be really, really proud of that and kind of make that a goal, you know, to hit every single month, not just my list, but we have so many leaders above me that being a part of that list is really big. So congrats to everybody who pushed super duper hard last month and made more than just my list. I was super excited for that. Upcoming events, a lot of you are local here in Arizona. Danielle and 2 other, I believe they're triple diamond leaders, are hosting a 1 Team 1 Mission this Saturday. It's in Phoenix. It's listed in the events page in the Wired app. If you don't have the Wired app, make sure you download that. If you are located anywhere else, it will give you all kinds of events in different areas. But for a lot of you that are local here, she's hosting hers this weekend. So if you don't have your ticket, get it. Those of us that are going to be there, we're going to try and get together for a team dinner beforehand. And we always obviously like to show up and support our team and our leadership. So there's that. I know for myself and a few other leaders, we get a lot of the same type of questions, daily, weekly, what have you. And the biggest one that I tend to get is, what are you doing every day? What is it that you are doing every single day to work your business? And I'm really obsessive with my business, so I like to kind of watch other Zooms from different leaders, and I'm obsessed with YouTube videos and just kind of see what they're doing. And I've kind of put together in the last, year, different things that I do every day. And a lot of things are even new things that I haven't shared with you guys. So I do have kind of like 3 6 lists, but for you guys, if you don't necessarily have a team under you and maybe you're just getting started, just kind of a general to-do list is what we call our 6 list, that I make sure that without a doubt, I do it every single day. So the first thing is happy birthdays. I'm always wishing happy birthdays. I'm always engaging with people. And that doesn't mean, I kind of want to go into depth on some of these because I think some people get lost with it. When I mean like engaging in people's posts, it's not like going through and scrolling Facebook for 3 hours and just liking everything. It's definitely more about commenting and interacting and even shooting somebody a message rather than commenting. When it comes to engaging, I know I've talked about Facebook algorithm before, but here's the thing. To simply explain it, if you interact on someone's posts, what that does is it ensures that their stuff shows up in your newsfeed. It's basically weighted. It's what you're interested in seeing. So their stuff is going to show up in your feed. When they interact with you and your page, it ensures your stuff is showing up in their news feeds. That's just kind of how Facebook weighs things. So engaging is super duper important. I like to comment, but it's also why I think that engagement posts are really, really big. because you want people to kind of come to your page and engage with you, because that's letting Facebook know they're interested in what you have and make sure your stuff. Okay. So engaging is huge, and you can break it up. It doesn't mean that it's something you have to sit and do all the live long day. It's, 10 minutes in the morning when I get up, I'm wishing happy birthdays, and I might comment, on 5 or 10 things. Around lunchtime, I'm going to do the same thing. Around dinner time, I'm going to do the same thing. So a few times a day, I'm really intentional with what I'm doing. And sometimes even sending a private message rather than a comment, I really like to do that. Building my network is something that is on my list every single day. And if you're not growing your network, you're talking just to the same people all day, every day. And figure if you have 200 people on your Facebook and only 10% are really seeing it, that's not that many. So you really want to make sure that you're interacting and growing that network at the same time. Along with posting is something that I do every single day. I'm really big on the 3-3 rule. However, I will say that some days my life is not very interesting and I don't have much else to post or to talk about, or selfies or whatever. So I don't want my whole page to be nothing but it works. So just always making sure that you have a good balance, and remember why people are following you to begin with. And some people think, well, my life is boring or my days are boring and I don't know what to post about. Anything. If I am having a really kind of dull, boring day, I might put up more than one interactive post just to get people to interact with me. There's no harm in that, but definitely just want to sprinkle the business in with your life, not like overload people with it, because then you will have people unfollow you and become uninterested in what you are. Posting, obviously. So the 3-3 rule, I try really, really hard to do that, and making sure that my posts are really personable. And I heard someone say that was kind of a game changer for me when I was posting, was if it doesn't sound like I'm talking to my best friend, then I shouldn't post it. I never really mind if people use my posts or other people's posts, but trying to change them up, especially when you're brand new, I think sometimes you're kind of like, I don't know what to post, or I forgot to set my buffer, or whatever it is. Just make sure that you're changing it up a little bit, because remember, me and Carrie might have 50 mutual friends, and if they're seeing the exact same post, to them it's just completely ingenuine. Even changing the image a little bit, if it's a greens post and you like the verbiage or whatever.
Hey, Tanya.
The other thing is the letter of the day. I used to do this a long time ago, and Danielle actually started incorporating this with her team a few months ago, and I started doing it again, and it's been really beneficial. So, whether you're going to start off with, okay, this week I'm going to work on the letter A, or this day I'm going to work on the letter A, and just kind of making sure that you're interacting with all of your letter A's today. Tomorrow or whenever is going to, let's see, hang on, sorry, just got a message. So maybe tomorrow it's your letter B's. They're going to be people that you're going to message, that you're just going to love on their posts and like and comment, things like that. And green light messaging, I will say, is something I try to do. I definitely think that I do more of it when I'm pushing for something than on a daily basis. So that is one thing I'm getting better with. And that can be anything. It doesn't have to be just at work stuff when you're messaging people. Instead of commenting oh my gosh, your vacation looks so nice, you could send them a private message about that. Do you know what I'm saying? Just making sure that you're engaging with people on more of a personal level. The other thing that I like to do is every single week, not just month, but week, I write down my personal goals for my business, for teammates. For some of my downline, it might be, Sarah's really close to executive this month and I really want to help her get there. Or so-and-so is really close to Ruby, whatever it is. I have goals that's for my team. I have goals that are specific to myself. And I think that helps me what I'm pushing towards a little bit more, whether it's distributors, whether it's customers, whatever it is. So I have a couple different lists that I go off of every single day. Kind of to put that in order, I guess, is blocking some time out of my day, because what I noticed for myself when I started is I was doing a lot of things that were not income producing. I would notice that I was scrolling on Facebook for the last hour, but I really wasn't doing anything, but I thought I was working. Like, I thought I was working hard for that last hour, just liking a bunch of stuff, but I wasn't doing anything income producing. I wasn't interacting with people and creating a relationship with them. And then throughout the day, just engaging. I'm really intentional about my Facebook, though. I always tell you guys to make sure that you are expanding outside of closest friends and family, you know, the people that you interact with on a daily basis. I found that when, you know, in the beginning when I would start and they'd say, you know, go comment on 5 people's posts. And I'm like, okay, my mom, my mother-in-law, so-and-so, like, kind of spread your wings and go outside of the norm. And there are some things I've done that I've unfollowed my in-laws. I have unfollowed my husband's grandmother, and I still go to their page. I have them like in a list on Facebook where I can go and see what they're up to. But putting certain people in a list for me totally changed the game for my Facebook. It was brand new people that I was seeing. So spread your wings and kind of go outside of your comfort zone. Something that I notice, if I feel like my page is not getting a whole lot of attention, I know that whether I like it or not, and you all know how much I hate going live and I still get sweaty, that I know if I'm not getting a lot of love on my Facebook, it's time for me to go live. 100%. And it doesn't even have to be you on the camera. My first video was my mom making protein balls. You know, my next video, I think, was a Fat Fighter demo, and I don't even think I was on the camera. So there's different things that you can go. Props to Charlene, by the way. She's been going live quite a bit on her Facebook, I've been noticing. So I was really excited about that. So going live, if you think, oh, I'm only getting 1 or 2 likes here, I want you to ask yourself 2 things. 1, have you been interacting with other people? And 2, have you gone live? And I'll tell you what was a super fun live video is Megan and her upline Anthony actually got together at their house and they wrapped together. They wrapped live and then they unwrapped live and talked a little bit about the products. And that was super fun. If you have a friend that's close to you, get together and do something really fun like that. So those are my tips. I have a couple leaders on here. I have Kat on here and I have Danielle. If you guys have anything that you would like to add that I didn't touch on.
Hi. I'm trying to think.
Why can't I hear you?
No? You guys hear me?
Now I can. Just kidding. I should turn my volume up.
Now I can hear myself echoing. That's weird. Can you guys hear the echo?
Mm-mm.
Tanya, try to mute yourself. Can you guys hear an echo now? No, you can't. That's really weird. Huh. That's weird. All right. Anyways, I was going to, I can share a 6 list that I actually just created. I'm going to post it in the team page. But I'm doing a push group with these Triple Diamond leaders, and they had kind of shared about 6 lists, and Tanya obviously kind of touched on those. But my thing is, I feel like for me, if I'm really working towards a goal, I kind of have 2 6 lists. So one is like the same thing every single day, like every single day. And then you have a second one where it's kind of like, okay, this is basically going to change based on my goals, day to day, you know, what I do. So for me personally, I wait till he goes to bed and then it's like go time. Like that's when I really work hard, nap time and nighttime. And that's when I work hard on my 6 list. If I did not have a 6 list in place, then I would not have any direction for my day. Like there's been nights where he will not go down. Like I'm like dying upstairs. Like I can't go downstairs and work. So I don't get time to do a 6 list. So the next day for me is super, super hard because I don't have that agenda, that to-do list type of thing. So, and Tanya and I were kind of talking earlier about what is like the day-to-day like schedule, like what do you do on a daily basis? And I feel like it's always changing, and depending on what rank I was and whatever, like now I have so many people on my team, I feel like a lot of my day is helping my team, you know, the best that I can, or doing Zooms and, you know, stuff like this. But I feel like no matter what rank you are, no matter how many people you have on your team, I feel like your day should be focused around that 6 list. And your 6 list should be focused around your goals. So are you working towards a promotion? Are you working towards, maybe you're not, you don't always have to be working towards a promotion. You could be working towards 10 customers, you know, something like that. So by setting your goal for yourself, then take a step back and focus on that 6 list and what you need to do on a weekly basis to reach those goals. So say your goal is, you know, 10 customers a month. Okay, well, you have to sign at least, you know, 2 to 3 customers a week to really reach that goal. So base your, you know, your 6 list on those goals. Like, what are you going to be doing to get those customers? Messaging people, you know, following up with people, engaging in people's posts, you know, getting out there and blitzing people. I feel like a lot of times people are so afraid to step out from behind that computer and actually open their mouth. And it is scary. I didn't want to blitz at first. I was terrified of it. I had somebody say, "What do you think, I'm fat?" But once people say things like that to you, trust me, you will learn how to answer those people. Like, those are some awkward situations to be put in, but it makes you a better, stronger person. And the more that you grow, the more confident you become, and the stronger you become at answering any type of question. So yeah, that's my biggest thing is, you know, the day-to-day thing and the 6 list. And if I can find it, I will share, because I just put it together, but I'll be posting it in the team page. So if I can find it, I'll share it with you guys. But Kat, do you have anything? Let me mute myself.
No, you guys pretty much covered it. You definitely have to have an agenda each day of what you're going to do. I was talking to Tanya earlier. I think it was today. She asked me what I do, and one of the most important things that I do every morning when I get up is figure out what I'm going to post right off, and then I have to do something that is inspirational for me, something motivational. If I don't, then I kind of fall in the cracks, I guess, to say. And what might be motivational to me may be totally different for you. I mean, I like Joel Osteen. You guys don't have to like Joel Osteen, but find something or someone, just a quick 10-minute, 15-minute, 5-minute, whatever video on YouTube or whoever you like, and put that in there. You know, I totally believe in the secret of life, and then what you put out there in the universe is what you're going to get back. So make sure that you are putting out what you want to get back. I just think that's extremely important. That's probably the most important thing for me every day.
I'm going to bounce off that because
go ahead.
I tell you guys all the time the importance of personal development. And I'm not going to lie, in the first many months of this business, I'm like, that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Like, I don't need help on myself. I'm pretty awesome. I'm not going to lie. Like, I really thought it was like kind of silly, and then I would start incorporating it when I felt stressed about my business, or I felt overwhelmed with my business, or doubtful at times. And now it's become a thing, like with my morning daily vitamin. Like, it's just something that I do. There is a book I downloaded on audio called The Miracle Morning, and I listen to that, a little bit of that every single morning. Driving in my car, once I drop the kids off at school or I'm out running errands, it's an audio book. It's something off of YouTube. I just feel like if I have my mind right daily, the body and the actions follow with it. I really feel off balance if I don't do it. So whether I'm getting ready in the morning or I'm driving and running errands, it's something that's always on for me every single day. Just like you're going to get up and you're going to take a shower. It's just something that it doesn't even have to be on my list, but you could start putting it on your list and make sure that you do a little bit of it every single day. And I promise you, once you get past the whole, this is cheesy, you're going to realize how much it's going to change you mentally, how much you're going to grow as a person, the things you're going to learn, and the bigger goals you're going to set for yourself. There is a book, one of my favorites is You Are a Badass by Jen Sincero. And you guys, like, the intro to that book spoke to me. Like, I had chills just with the intro of it, and I've reread it like 3 times already. It's one of my favorite books. Another really good one to start is I love Get Over Your Damn Self. I think especially if you're a little bit more of an introvert and you're not really sure what to do, I think it kind of helps you. It kind of gives you a kick in the pants a little bit. Those 2 are like my number ones. They are my favorite when it comes to my business. Oh, Danielle and Tony Robbins. Yes, I haven't dove into a lot of that, but I will tell you, I've seen a lot of top leaders speak very highly of him. So I'm really looking forward to incorporating that as well. So definitely feel free to check that out as well. Do you guys have any questions at all? Are there any specifics that you are struggling with your business, with your team, anything? No, nothing. Like, everyone's just like totally rocking it out already for August. You guys crack me up.
No, I'm still struggling. Distributors, it's hard. I don't struggle with the customers, but those damn distributors.
With distributors, I will say for me personally, it's about kind of time. It's letting people watch you. It's about kind of showing your transformation, especially if you're going to work social media. It's about allowing people to see what this business has changed for you, whether it's you personally, whether it's income and lifestyle, different things like that. And I think everybody has a different network too. So it's definitely, don't compare looking left and looking right at what other people are doing and gaining, because I am a firm believer that things are going to happen in their own time. 110%. It's going to happen when it is supposed to happen. People really, truly need time to watch you. And I've said it so many times on these Zooms, but when I went to conference, it was one of the most chilling things that I heard was, I don't even remember who exactly it was. Maybe Danielle or Kat will remember, but she walks across the stage and talks about how many months it took her to sign her first customer, how long it took her to sign her first distributor. And you guys, I want to say it was like 6 or 7 months, but the total time it took her to walk the stage and be inducted into the Millionaires Club was 3 years. So consistency is key. And here's the thing, Kelsey actually had posted in our bootcamp page, you guys, I'm struggling with getting distributors. And I kind of went over, are you being consistent? Are you following up? I kind of posted a few ideas in the comment section of that. And what was it, less than a week later, and she just signed her first distributor. So it's truly just kind of going to happen. And also think about, go back and look at some of your posts too, and how they look and sound, and kind of take yourself out of being the one that posted it and just kind of scroll through your Facebook and say, would I stop and look at this? Is this something that would get my attention? You know, if I'm someone, Charlene, for example, you said that you watched me for a while. So what was it that attracted you to the business? And make sure that is what you're posting. Huh?
I just got tired of seeing you on my page.
I'm relentless. You just think about what attracted you. And you also, what's really important too, is not just what is so-and-so posting, but what is your network, your personal network. Because, for example, maybe Kat's network isn't going to be, or Charlene, maybe your network isn't going to be talking to a lot of moms and stay-at-home moms and working moms. Your network might be totally different than what mine is.
They are.
So that's a thing to take a look at too, is get to know. And the way you're going to get to know your network and kind of the needs and wants is by interacting. 100%.
I've been doing that more often. I have to give kudos to my girl, though. She got another loyal customer tonight, so she's up to 6 now.
That's
and she was a loyal
amazing.
customer. Went to
So let me ask
yeah.
you,
So
as a
kudos
leader,
to Glenn.
have you shouted her out?
No, not. I have on her previous ones, but she just did it right as we were starting the Zoom. So I will after the Zoom. But yeah, I do.
Okay. For leaders that are on here, one thing that I like to do, whether you are new to having a team, you know, since we had the big promotion, I'm really big on acknowledgement. I don't care if they've been, you know, with me for 6 months or they've been with me for 6 weeks. I'm really, really big on acknowledgement. And I will be honest that I kind of got away from that a little bit until the last few months. And here's the thing is I remind myself how amazing it felt to get that one customer, how amazing it felt to get that second customer, and every single month to feel like I hit that goal of completing my steps to success. So always shouting them out, and I don't always do it publicly. I also do it privately, not necessarily in a team chat. It is a one-on-one conversation about how amazing they're doing. Do they have questions, things like that. So if you have a team, just really kind of don't overlook it. Every single customer that they enroll is a big deal and really deserves a high five.
Hey,
So.
Charlene, too, I just want to touch on too, there's a lot of us. I think Danielle wasn't it like you said 3 months? Is that what you said of yours? 3 months for distributor. It was like 6 months, wasn't it, for me? I think, just Danielle? It was there.
Yeah.
It was, but I want you to remember something, and this is what I always try to remember. If we did not have loyal customers, because you're a rock star at signing loyal customers, we would not have a business. So you're on the right track and you're doing what you should do. So just always remember that. Without loyal customers, none of us would have a business. And Danielle said, your loyal customers are going to be your best distributors when they're ready to do it. And I will tell you, people that use the product, love the product. I was a loyal customer for a year.
I was just going to say that. Look at Kat and then look at Tanya. They were both loyal customers and now they're both rock stars. So I totally agree. I think your loyal customers are hands down your best distributors. Think about what a distributor is. It's somebody that loves the products and shares it. So absolutely.
So don't be frustrated, Charlene.
I'm going to have someone share really quick. She doesn't know, but I kind of like to call her out. Sarah, I wanted you to share what has been so beneficial with you that you were messaging me about earlier today that has really helped you with getting your customers.
What did I message you about today? I know. Yeah, I remember what it was. The thing that's been very beneficial with me is I haven't been doing a lot of social media messaging. Just my days have been really busy. So I make sure that I always have the wraps on me, but my biggest thing is the samples. And everywhere I go, I've got my Blitz card hanging from my purse. So we were out and about the other day and a girl had come up to me and said, I've heard of that stuff. What is it? And I was able to kind of go over all the information with her. And I left her a sample of the greens, the chews, a wow packet. I'm like, this stuff is awesome. You know, this is what I use it for. This is, you know, I've been using the products for a couple years now. And this is the products I really love. So I always try to have something on me that I know I use on a daily basis. I have a hard time trying to tell people about the wraps because I'm not I forget the wraps. So, but no, just having the samples with me is the biggest thing. And then, you know, like Tanya and everybody always says, be a product of the product. No matter where you go, have something that shouts it works, whether it be a shirt, the Blitz card. I mean, it's easy enough to just throw it on real quick.
Hey, Sarah, can I help you real quick with the wrap situation? You
Yes.
said you're not so the Blitz card is completely made for that situation. So all you have to do is hand them that Blitz card and you say, this is what it is. You flip it over. and this is what it does.
No, and
And then you say nothing else.
I've done that before, but then they asked me, have I used it and what my thoughts were. And I'm like, I use it.
Oh.
I pull a complete Ditzy Blonde. I'm like, okay, it's 3 days. Is it I wrap Wednesday and I wrap Friday, or is it 70?
All right. You need to start setting timers in your phone. You have a mission. Girl, these wraps are amazing. They're our #1 product. That is my challenge for you this month. Get those dang wraps on you. Do a full treatment. Set timers in your phone. Like, do whatever you have to do, because here's the thing. I promise you that if you use a full treatment, #1, you're going to like it. #2, you're going to have pictures to show people. And #3, your confidence is going to boom, because now when you're out talking to people, you can be like, hell yeah, look at my picture. These wraps are amazing. So your challenge is to use a full treatment. Set a timer in your phone every 3 days, full treatment, drink lots of water, eat healthy. That's for you.
I did that last time, and I also used the Wrap app, and apparently I didn't do it right, because my calendar told me to wrap one day, and then the next day the Wrap app would come, oh, it's time to wrap. So, but no, I just got some more wraps in, and I got some wrap rewards I need to cash
There you go. Put them to use, girlfriend. Put them to use. Seriously, once you get those personal results, keep them on your phone, put them in favorites, and then anybody you talk to, I swear you'll be able to sell wraps on the spot. You're going to show someone your results, and they're going to be like, I want that in my life. So then you're going to have $25 cash in your pocket.
Right.
You're going to follow up with them, and you're going to sign a customer. And then they might even be a potential distributor. So just think of like how that could work for you. But if anybody else is on the Zoom that hasn't tried a wrap, you've got to. And you've got to make sure you do it the right way. If you're not sure, send Tanya a message or send somebody a message. So, hey, I really have to run. Parker hasn't even eaten dinner yet, so I got to go bring him dinner. Thanks for having me on. And Tanya, share that picture with them that I shared with you. All right. Thanks, guys. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Danielle.
So with the samples, I also love the samples. I like to, because I think I do. I mean, I blitz regularly. I've gotten a lot more comfortable with that, but I also like to post about Sample Saturday on my Facebook page. And I will usually send out a green sample and a greens chew sample to people. So just creating a post at Sample Saturday, who wants a free sample, no purchase necessary. And to all the people that comment, what if it's 30 people and you use an entire pack of greens or chews, whatever it is, those are 30 people to follow up with in a week. So, I mean, that can be huge. If you don't know what to have on your order every single month, it's wraps and it's greens. It's greens and it's the chews and the wow, whatever. Just samples are my favorite. And that is exactly how Kat got me to be a part of this business, was with a sample of greens. So samples to me are super duper important to have on hand.
And we should add, she really wanted to hate the greens.
I did.
Really wanted to hate
it, you guys. I wanted nothing to do with this business. I wanted to unfriend her. I wanted nothing to do with any of this foolishness that she had been posting all this black and green all over my Facebook. That is no joke. When her daughter came over to babysit my girls, and I looked right at her and I'm like, I have to unfriend your mom because this is obnoxious. I can't even believe that she started with this cult of people. But,
and then the same week I gave her the greens, I also earned $12,000 in bonuses. So it kind of changed her mind.
Mm-hmm. She gave me a sample, and I literally only took them because she was kind of annoying and was like kind of forcing me to take them. And she was like, send me a picture. So I was like, dang it. Like, I actually have to mix them up in a cup and send her a picture to prove it. But then I liked them. And then I became a distributor.
I love the greens, but you know what? I have yet to order the chews. I've tried the one you've given me, but I have those, but I guess maybe I need to get them.
What I like to do, and I know like Carrie that's on here, she doesn't like the greens, but I still have them on you because so many people like them that even if you order a box here and there, or you order a bag of the chews, maybe you don't, but it's a really good thing to send out as a sample. Because to be honest, I think the entire year I've been doing this and all this times I've given up them as samples, one person didn't like them.
Carrie, do you not like the taste or what?
Is she frozen?
I thought I saw her moving.
I mix them in juice.
She mixes them in juice.
Okay, so let me tell you something. If the greens taste horribly green to you, like the aftertaste is the green, it's because your body is toxic and you need the green. You get those greens in your body, you give them 30 days. I always say 30 days. It usually doesn't take that long because let me tell you, I hated the greens when I first started them, but I chucked them down and I did it. And I'll tell you what, like I crave them now. So if in here, that's another thing that you can always remember if you do like a Facebook party or something like that, because there's always going to be that one Nancy. Oh, these are so horrible. Well, you're toxic. That's why they're horrible. So you
That'll
need
be
the
fun
green.
to tell someone it's because you're toxic, chick.
Yeah.
You need them.
Oh, and I have too. They're like, oh, because I was toxic when I first started them, and I hated them. You can have it's the green taste afterwards. You almost don't even taste like the berry. You just taste like the dirty green taste, and that is because your body is toxic and needs them.
I don't taste that. I taste the texture of it. So it's not necessarily that the flavor is bad. It's just the texture is bad. So if I mix it in juice
Shake.
or something a little thicker, then it's fine.
I'm really
Do you
weird
do
about
coffee?
texture. I tend to use a blender bottle.
Yeah, I do.
I love them in my protein shake. That's probably my favorite way to drink them is my favorite is, I know a lot of people love the new shake, but I am old school and I love the ProFit. Like it's my favorite, hands down.
Carrie's mixed the greens in with the energy drink before.
Oh, nuts.
Oh,
Could you
How was
imagine
that?
if I did that? I would be off the walls for days.
how was that?
I tried it and it was
It was delicious.
Really?
She's gonna
I don't
make
know if I could
It was
do
the
that.
bomb.com.
the Jello shots next.
I'll put them in my crown tonight.
Yes.
So I hope does anyone else have any more questions? No?
Do you guys have any questions about any of the products, anything like that? Like, since we're on here, we can touch on real quick. I mean, any like specific products that you're not sure what they do or what they're used for?
The green chews, what are they exactly? Are they just a snack or are they just like a chewable version of the green?
They're also made with the fruits and veggies. They're a little bit more targeted though. So they're going to be more for like your digestive, more for your blood pressure. They are considered a healthy snack. So like if you're looking for weight loss and maybe you are someone with a pretty heavy sweet tooth, that would be really good. For my girls, they take them before school in the morning because it seems to, although they were on a daily multivitamin since forever, they were still getting sick, and I switched them over to the Greens Chews. And neither one of them, other than seasonal allergies, have been sick since they started taking them, I would say about 8 months ago.
And the reason that is because of the antioxidants that are in the natural antioxidants that are in the chews. The antioxidants in 2 chews is equivalent to 20 cartons of blueberries, the same antioxidants. So 2 chews, you would have to eat 20 cartons of blueberries to get the same antioxidants. And antioxidants are what keeps us from getting sick, getting that, the school kid, the colds, the bugs like that. And they also give you a little burst of energy too. I've had a few people tell me that they actually prefer the chews for energy over the greens, which surprised me, but they did. Does that help, Charlene?
It does. It does. I will definitely order a bag and get some, and it might even be, I'm going to bring it up to Kim. Maybe it would be beneficial for Megan because they always seem to be getting sick right when school started, and it's already started, the strep throat.
Well, I tell you, I was in my first year in the school last year, which I'll tell y'all, I resigned from the school this year, but I got sick 1 or 2 times, but it was that new school year being in there, but all the other teachers were so super sick, like multiple times compared to me. And I did the greens, and I do the green shoes too.
How old do the kids have to be to do the berry greens? I know they say the chocolate ones are children approved.
They're all friendly now. They're all approved for kids.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
I will say for me personally, Mackenzie she just turned 4. I tend to give her half a packet just because my child needs no more energy in her life.
Yeah, I definitely would scale down on the side, on the scoop.
Plus she doesn't chew every day, so I feel like she's kind of getting all the goodness, but I'm not trying to have, no, she doesn't need any more energy. So she gets a half a packet. Now my older one, who's almost 9, if I would probably give her a full packet before school. So her teacher.
Here's another thing about the greens. Some of y'all know, like my dogs, like how I have Boston Terriers. They get greens every day. They get a scoop of greens every day. And my 9-year-old dog keeps up with my 2-year-old. So they're super healthy.
Okay, so quick show of hands. Who has their 6 list ready to go for tomorrow? No, like we just went over it. Okay, so who's going to have their 6 list?
I have it in my head.
Okay, so we're going to have our 6 list done. Okay, so that's just like, you guys, I have that. I'll show you real quick. In my phone, in the favorites folder, I have my 6 list saved. So whether you want to write it down, whether you want to change it, I have my regular 6 list, the one that never changes. It's the birthdays, it's engaging, building the network, all of that stuff that stays the same. It's saved in my phone, and it's just something I make sure that I'm doing every day. Then you're going to have your separate to-do list. One thing I wanted to talk about, we do have some distributors that have been with us for a little while and some that are fairly new. Is Kat touched on this a little bit earlier, that without our loyal customers, we wouldn't be in business. We would not be getting a paycheck every single month. So something really big to focus on is however you want to organize it, whether it's a spreadsheet, whether it's in a notebook, whether it's in your phone, is keeping track of your customers. I like to shoot them a message maybe a week or so after they've received their products. If I haven't already heard from them, and touch base, how are you liking everything? How are you using everything? Do you have questions? The biggest thing to make sure that you are telling people they order Fat Fighters is that it needs to be taken at least 1 hour apart from any other medication or supplement, because the Fat Fighter can just eat it up. The other thing is making sure if they're purchasing wraps that they are getting the how-to for how to wrap. That's super duper important. Usually about a month later, before their auto ship is going to run, I want to touch base with them again. Are you happy with what you're getting? Are you wanting to change things up again? The last thing that I want is someone that feels like they are stuck getting the same stinking thing every single month and not exploring their options with the products. And something that was shared with me a while back, I have started doing, is sending a thank you card with a sample. So if I have somebody that ordered, say, greens and Thermofit and Fat Fighters, I'm going to send them a thank you card with a couple, maybe like 2 samples of our greens chews. If they're,
and always send a catalog with that too.
Yes. So I'm going to include my thank you card for supporting my business. I hope you enjoy your products. I'm always here if you have any questions, yada, yada, yada. You can print out the how to wrap if you want to, or send it via email, depending on what they ordered. That they're going to get a sample. If they have more mature skin, I might go ahead and throw in a wow sample. They don't necessarily have to have mature skin. I use it too, but you can throw in whatever samples. I'm just not obviously going to send them greens if they just put that on their auto shipment. So just touching base with them, sending out thank you cards. So if maybe you've had customers for the last few months and you haven't touched base with them, start doing it now. Encourage your teams, to do the same thing and just really have that relationship. And I'm going to use this as an example, but Sarah, for example, was not my customer when she decided to join this business. She was a customer of somebody else's. So I want you to kind of think about that for a second. I had and maintained a relationship with her. Maybe if whoever she was ordering from had done that and continued to maintain a relationship with her and had checked in and things like that, she might have joined with them. I've had quite a bit of that on my team and new customers that have switched from other distributors in the past. And it's because I have and maintain a relationship with them. Not necessarily always including It Works. But I want you to kind of think about how important that is. Because if you signed up a customer 2 months ago and you haven't spoken to them since, what if they see someone else new and fresh in their newsfeed that starts this business? The last thing you would want is to know you haven't talked to them since, and they start building a relationship with them. And after their 3 months is up with you, they say bye. So just keep that in mind. Your customers are just as important as your team. They really do write your paycheck for you. So that is what that's what I have for you guys tonight. I've just gotten a lot of messages about kind of what I make sure that I do on a daily basis. So we shared that at the beginning, and I know we've touched on some questions. So if you guys don't have anything else, I'll let you hop off. Is that it? Okay. All right, that's it. I hope you guys have an amazing week. I posted in boot camp also about how many days you have left for the 14-day extension on the shopping spree. If you haven't seen that, let me know and I can go ahead and tag you in it. And go ahead and check your downline activity and see kind of where your distributors are at if you have distributors under you, and make sure you touch base with them and kind of help get them moving a little bit. So that's all I have for you guys. Okay, hope it was helpful. I will talk to you guys later. Bye.